EURASHE, which is actually the representative organisation for professional higher education within Europe, they're part of the E4 group, which looks after things like the register and also oversees the European standards and guidelines. They made a series of 10 commitments to the Bologna ministerial meeting. And again, emphasising the notion of how quality assurance contributes in terms of international openness. It helps us know, it helps the learner, informs the learner of decisions in terms of their education and where they see themselves going. It's also part of what they call the transparency toolset. They talk about things like European credit system, they talk about national frameworks, but they also stitch quality assurance very firmly in there as helping that product. The European University Association, every Bologna meeting, they do a trends report. I think they're in version 6 or version 7 now at this stage. They talk about, for instance, when they did almost like an analysis of where quality assurance procedures were. Many of them were reformed within national countries. But what they found was that they weren't necessarily informed or driven by the European standards and guidelines. Also an interesting point, very few rectors' conferences, the representative organisations of presidents of institutions, very few of them were actually involved in the development of the national frameworks. Now, this hasn't been the case, certainly within Ireland. But they also said when, in terms of laying down key messages for the future, common standards developed and promoted through higher education institutions itself. And also, there's the big debate about the Shanghai Index and all indexes around the place, and the risk is that we start chasing these division tables in the hope that this gives us a good profile. And we begin to lose sight of some of the real things of what institutions should be about.